Hey there, it's David from ALP with another Lunch and Learn video. Today, we're talking about the small items that might belong to a business and how they might appear in a machinery and equipment appraisal report. So, first of all, when we do an evaluation of machinery and equipment in a business, we divide the assets of the business into two categories: capital equipment, which are the larger items we might typically think about when we think about an appraisal. So these are the big machines, tractors, vehicles, things that might have a serial number, for example. And these pieces of equipment, our normal definition of a capital item is things that have an original cost of $1,500 or more. And we do extensive research into those capital items, and we use both the market and the cost approach to analyze what we think that they're going to be worth. Now, for some businesses, there could be tremendous value in things that don't meet the definition of a capital item. And so these smaller items are often divided into three different categories: shop or support equipment, such as hand tools, small tools, even other small pieces of equipment like carts that you might push things around a shop in. Then we have electronic items that you might find in the office of any business, and furniture, which can really amount to a lot of money, especially if you think about some businesses like a restaurant, which could have a big dining room with tables and chairs. There can be considerable value there. When we present the small items in the equipment and machinery appraisal, we put them in a section after the capital items. And I'm going to read you the sort of preamble to one of these presentations. It says, in addition to the capital equipment of the previous section, there also exist a number of shop and ancillary items which are of supporting nature. They are included at the request of the client as they do have value. These items are valued using industry depreciation standards, historical metrics, prudence, and experience, which is basically saying we use the cost less depreciation approach here. Items such as the subject are typically valued in bulk and are included but not limited to. And then you can see there an exhibit of how this is normally presented. So we've got a list of the location, how many small items we saw, and what they were. And you'll see some items there, such as glassware. It just has a star in the quantity because this is just estimated by looking at what we see. And we go back and we will look up the replacement cost of some of these small items, and then we use these blanket depreciation methods to determine the value. So it is a more expedient process. It is less precise, and this is why we always deliver these small equipment values in bulk, so that if there are any sort of rounding errors from one thing to another, they just kind of round together. And hopefully are taken care of through the average that is the result in our bulk appraisal evaluation. So they're always done via the cost approach because it would just simply be too much work, and it wouldn't be cost effective to have us analyze every specific piece or item of property that we find within a business. We use different standard depreciations versus cost new for the different categories. So we'll evaluate the small tools differently than the furniture and differently than the electronic items. Now, for some businesses, if there are enough of these small items in one particular class, we may actually move that to the capital equipment list. So I gave the example before of tables and chairs in a restaurant. If there are hundreds of tables and chairs, then we're looking at something of real material, substantial value to the business. We may take the tables and chairs and put them as an item in the capital equipment table just because it represents such a materially important value to that operating business. So, if you want to learn more, join our email list. You will receive a free copy of our guide, The Essentials of Machinery and Equipment Appraisal. You'll get notified of any new videos that get released, such as this one. And if you come over to our website, you can check out our frequently asked question library of videos. And that's over at BusinessAndAssetValues.com. Once again, if you ever have any questions for us, please reach out. We're more than happy to spend some time on the phone talking about your deal or the client or how we may be able to help you. And with that, I'll say thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.